Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I believe this is lecture 4, and today we are gonna still keep going with what we had last time. And today we're gonna just be, working through some of the text editors on the Linux machine, and I'm gonna show you some examples on how to operate with them. This one should be a quick video. So let me share my screen and let's get into it. So this is the PowerPoint that we have today. I'm going to be switching between the PowerPoint and MOBA Xterm so that we can go between both of them together. So today we're just teaching you more about the terminal and how to code in the terminal and so on. So the first thing we're gonna go through today is the first editor is called Nano. The second one is called GEdit or GVim. GVim is part of Vim, but it looks like G. When you put G to it, basically you're adding a GUI, and so it's a little bit easier to deal with if you're used to text editors from Windows. And then finally, I want to show the cat command because that could help you a lot sometimes. So let's get into it. Let's start with the Nano. So again, just want to make sure everything is fine. So our VPN is connected. Now we need to connect to MOBA Xterm. And you guys should be experts at that now. We have everything set for us. And I created a little file here. So, if I listed everything, I created a file called example1, as you can see it here. So this is, this is an example. It just has two lines of code, it's a text file at the moment. I made it using touch command, and all it has is 2 lines, one that says welcome to EE312 or something along the lines. I don't quite remember what I wrote in there, but let's start with Nano. So if we did Nano example1, that's how you go into it. And this is what you have. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 312. As you can see, I'm controlling it with the keyboard. I can instantly start adding stuff in here. And it gives me a bunch of different commands here at the bottom. These two ones are for different pages. To exit is control X. So something like this. And because I modified some stuff, it tells me if you want to save it or not. So let's say no for now. You click on N. Okay, so it's pretty simple, pretty easy to follow. So one of the things you want to know is Alt U and then Alt E. One of them is undo, one of them is redo, and then Control O is to save changes you made to the file. So if you want to save changes directly, so let's start and try this. So let's say change here, and then we say Control O. Now we saved it, file name to write, yep, and then you click enter. So as you notice down here, it says file name to write example1, and then you just say yes, and then when I exit, now it doesn't ask me to save because everything is up to date. Okay, let's go in, let's do a change here, and then let's say Alt U and Alt E. So Alt R is for replace. I believe Alt E and then Control C is to cancel. Alt E. Alt U, Control R. So yeah, the way to do this is I have to enable it first for the Nano. However, let me show you first this, and then I'm gonna show you what is happening. So basically, these are the, I have, my Alt is a little bit wonky on my keyboard, but I'm gonna show you what to do. This is like the Nano cheat sheet for you guys. All the different things, Nano, file name, this is how you enter. The arrow keys are just for moving up and down. Control A, Control E is moving the cursor. And then you have the Control U, which is paste, Control K cut, Control 6 is the copy, all this kind of stuff. So it's pretty good to have these with you guys. But then these are everything that you need. Alt, let me see, why is my Alt U not working? Unknown command. Okay, I guess we can do. Never mind. Okay, I'm not sure why, to be honest. This is happening. So Control C is exiting. No, don't save anything. I'm gonna double check on it later and add it again to the end of the video. Let's move on to GEdit. GEdit and GVim, to be honest, GVim, both of them are very, very similar. They look exactly like a text editor that you use in Windows. So if we did GEdit, also another thing, they take some time to load because those are GUIs. And so the GUI will take some time to load up. As you can see, I wrote the command and it may seem that the terminal has crashed, but it didn't. Sometimes it does. You just have to wait for it. And that's why people don't really like to use the GUI. And that's why people tend to use Nano or Vim, but the majority of people use Vim. And that's what we're gonna learn the most in this lecture today. So yeah, gedit, just load it up. And it's pretty much exactly like what do you expect out of a GUI on a Windows machine. So, you know, enters next line, you write stuff, you have a save button here, you can exit, you Control C, Control V, all the different things you want to do. So if you exit out of it, it's going to ask if you want to save or not. Exactly like what you would expect out of a Windows text file. And then I'm also going to show you the GVim. GVim is a GUI version of Vim. And so I'm going to show you Vim, but I'm going to also show you the GUI version. So the GUI version, so what's the difference? The GUI version is, it comes on a GUI, as you can see, like a different window. But then if you wrote the command Vim only, you code into the terminal. So you don't have to get another separate window or another separate GUI to start coding it. So that's the main difference between them. If you go in depth, you'll find a lot more differences between them. So if you start typing anything in the keyboard, it's not gonna type anything. Things doesn't work as you expect. I'm like trying to type different things. It's not working the way I expect, like at all. GVim is not like a text editor that you use on Windows, and that's why we are here. That's the main purpose today, is to learn Vim and GVim, but I wanted to show you that GVim is just the GUI version of Vim. So let's start with Vim. For Vim, you need to understand there's 3 different modes in it. You have the insert mode, you have the normal mode, and then you have the visual mode. Visual mode, you don't really need it as much. You always switch between insert and normal mode. So as you can see, to move from insert to normal, you click on the escape button. And then if you want to move from normal to visual, you click V. And then from visual to normal, escape. And then from normal to insert is I. This one is easy. You start when you write Vim and then the name of the file, just something. Yeah, when you just write Vim and then the file name, you are on the standard normal mode. And then if you want to start inserting, by inserting mode, that's when you start typing in. You click on I, and then if you want to go back to the normal mode, you click escape. That's kind of thing. Okay. So let's try and see how this is looking. So this is what we have. Okay. So now we are on the typical normal mode. So if I want to install anything, you click on I. And as you can see on the bottom left-hand side here, you can see it says insert. So that means we're starting to insert. So we add stuff. Okay, cool. Now I click escape, and now I'm in normal mode. If I click V, this is visual mode, escape, I go back to normal mode. I insert, all this kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun stuff in here. Okay. So let's start and practicing some of these commands that we have. These are very important ones. On the left-hand side, the file related commands. These are commands you do on normal mode. So :W is for save, to save the file. So as you can see, when I start typing in normal mode, everything is typed at the bottom left-hand side here. So if I click :W, that means save my file. So everything, as you can see, is written, so it's saved at the moment. Okay. Colon Q means quit. So again, colon Q, I quit out of Vim. Just go back in, you see the thing has been saved. Okay, let's go into insert mode. And we'll say add more here, for example, right? And then exit out of the insert mode and go into normal mode. Can I save and exit at the same time? Yes, you can just, colon WQ, save and exit. Okay, let's go to insert. And then if I edit something wrong here. Now I want to exit. As you can see, I'm always on skip, going back to normal mode. What if I want to quit without saving? Something went wrong. So I just colon Q. Sorry, it's colon Q not. That's how I exit without saving at all. That's pretty handy sometimes. It depends on what you're trying to do. So these are the ones. So colon W is to save, same thing, to exit, save and exit without saving. This is rewriting the name file. And then let's say we're gonna do what? These ones here. So you have Y is to copy the selected text to a clipboard because it's really hard. So in Vim, if you're in here, first of all, how do you this is how you select stuff. If you with the mouse, this is what I'm doing with the mouse, unless you want to use the commands here to start selecting different things, right? This is inserting at the current location. This is inserting text. Just the insert, moving into the insert mode. This is creating a new line. This is all the stuff for inserting the text here. That should be fine. Okay, first, so if I clicked here, you see I'm currently on normal mode. If I'm on any specific line and then I click X, that means delete, just delete XX, right? So this is me deleting. If you click Y, was it Y? Wait, how do I delete the entire line? Okay, first let me show you. I don't remember how do I delete the entire line, but what I'm doing right now is clicking on U. Oh, sorry, because U is undo the last change. Control R is redo. So Control R, as you can see on the bottom here, after 4 changes, and then U is before, which means undo, redo. So we have done this, we have done these, we have done those. I don't delete the character before the cursor, delete the character under. Oh, it's D, sorry, yes. What's the D? Yeah, as you can see, double click on D will just cut the entire line. And then again, U to undo all the fun stuff. As you can see on the right hand side here, this is something that could be handy. This is line 5. And then when you move around, it changes the line. It always starts with line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is some sort of kind of thing that you guys are going to be working with. YY copies the current line. And then, so if you want to copy something, it just YY. So this is now I copied that one right there now. And then let's go into insert mode. And then now, sorry. Yeah. Let me try something. Control R. Already had the news change. Okay. Let's go back here. Sorry. So yeah, this is copying to the clipboard. Just Y. So everything, as you can see, these ones are all done in the normal mode. You don't do them in insert, because in insert, none of the letters mean anything, as all the letters are just typing letters for your code. So you make sure you do all of them in normal mode. Final thing I want to show today. I don't know if I think I covered most of the stuff here. Let me know if you need any help on any of these stuff. Try them. Some of them you're not gonna use that much, but some others you're gonna be using a lot. Make sure you get familiar with them and use them to the most. So every time you wanna code in Linux, try to use them as much as you can. Finally, the cat command. Cat is basically concatenation. So it just, this is how you type it, just cat with the file name. It's very useful to view everything in the terminal, everything inside a file without going into the file. So if you have a bunch of different things that you're trying to view and you're just moving around, doing all this kind of stuff, we're gonna learn a lot more in class about concatenation and all the different commands, but it's very useful to me at least sometimes. So let's go outside of here. If you guys remember, HWQ. And now if I did cat example1, as you can see, everything is here. I can't change them, but I'm just viewing the file. So it's pretty handy, sometimes if you're looking for something and you just, cat the file, and that's how you go through this. Again, this is just a short lecture on more Linux commands and different text files, along with just the cat command. Again, we have one of the recitations that is completely dependent on Linux terminal, and we have a quiz on it and everything. This is just for a guidance, is not meant for the main purpose of the class. We're gonna learn way more in class, but make sure you look at it and you try some of them before coming to class. Let me know if you have any questions, just email me as usual, and thank you guys.